everybody, welcome back to another video here at the Paper Addict. I am using the Hey Pop collection from Simple Stories. It is from 2014. Can you believe that? So this year, one of my goals is to use up more collections than I purchase. So this was the first one I started with. I'm using a sketch from Stretch the Sketch, just like I did last month. They seem to be floating my boat lately, so, you go with it when you get the inspiration. I'm going to put the sketch up on the screen real quick in just a second as I ink the edges of my white paper with fired brick. I did take out the 3 reds that I had and put them on the red paper to see which one matched the best. Because it isn't a real red, it's more like brick, so fired brick was perfect. You see that the sketch had 2 photos. I'm going to stick to that. These are photos from, I took them on the day our son turned 10. They're of him and his father. I was comparing their size. Our son is very tall for his age. He is only 6.5 inches shorter than me, which means, trying to think compared to my husband and I, that means he's like 1.5 feet shorter than my husband. He wears a size 7 men's shoe already, which is a size bigger than my shoe in women's. So I wanted to take these photos. I should have started when he was little, but I thought if I could start this year and take these photos every year, we can see if or when he surpasses his father. The height predictor for him puts him about 2 inches shorter than his father, unfortunately, because I'm not that tall. So I only had 4 pieces of paper, I think, left in this collection. I'm going to mount my photos on white cardstock. That is, I just buy the pack from Michael's. They're 4.5 by 6.5. They're meant for mounting, 4 by 6 photos, but I use them for 4 by 6. I'll put 2 3 by 4s and then just cut the border to what I want rather than cutting up 12 by 12 paper, because I always seem to have scraps that never are right for anything. So I got a pack of 100. It's lasted me a very long time. But yep, here I'm thinking, oh, what am I going to mount my photos on? And I end up with this blue paper because I wanted the red to be the square behind that. There was no snow yet. He turned 10 at the end of November. Sometimes we have snow, sometimes we don't. But there was no snow yet. It was a very warm fall. So everything still had red leaves on it. So I didn't want to mount the photos directly on the red, since we were outside and there was red in the photos. So at the end of this video, I did decide that this kit was killed. I did have a lot of stickers left. You'll see on my sticker sheet, there's a lot left. But I had no full sheets of 12 by 12 paper when this was done. I had 1 sheet that had a chunk cut out of it. And 1 like L-shaped piece, and that was it. And they were both gray on the back side, so I didn't feel like I could get anything more out of that because there was only 1 color. There was nothing big enough to mount photos on if I wanted a different color. So, here I'm showing you, I tried putting the circle that the sketch showed up in the right-hand corner of that photo, And I actually edited that out because I left some of it in. You can see there is a circle. You'll see me try to play with it a little more. But a good majority of the time that I spent doing this video was trying to get that circle to work, and it just didn't for me. So I end up going a different direction, but I didn't want to make you sit here and watch me hem and haw about that circle for like edited a good 5 minutes. But yep. So yes, anyway, I considered the kit killed, and what I did, because there were some pocket cards left, but I don't do pocket scrapbooking, but they were all busy enough that I couldn't use those to mount photos either. They all had like words on the side. So what I ended up doing was putting the 2 pieces of the 12 by 12 paper in the donate bin. I have a donate spot for 3 by 4 and 4 by 6 cards as well. But I took the sticker sheet and cut out the ones that I could use on other layouts. And I took the 3 by 4 cards and fussy cut anything I could use for embellishments for other boy layouts and put them in my generic boy storage container. I do store my paper mostly by collection, actually all by collection. But when I am done with it, if I think there are generic embellishments, whether they be generic boy, generic girl, and when I say generic boy or girl, I don't necessarily just mean color. I mean things that say like #1 dad or rad boy, princess. But otherwise, I store generic embellishments by color so that if I run out on a collection of things that I can use, I do have those to go through. If you'd like to see how I store those by color, let me know. I'd be happy to share that video with you. It's not overly complicated. But so what I ended up doing instead of the circle is one of the papers had all kinds of tags on it. And it says coupons. But you'll see me here, I pop away for a second. I can't find my hole punch so that I could put string through those. I did eventually find it. Of course, it wasn't until 2 days after I had the layout done. But I used those tags instead of the circle so that I still have something up there, but like I said, it's just not the circle. They do say on it Happy Father's Day, though. So what I end up doing, you'll see in a few minutes, is I glue those down, and then I find a word sticker from the sticker sheet that came with the collection, and cover up just the part that you could see that said Happy Father's Day. And that was my solution to that, because this wasn't obviously Father's Day. And we do celebrate Father's Day. We celebrate my husband on that day. But we stay in. The kids and I cook for him whatever he, asks for, or make a special dessert. But even when we do something, like we usually go to the lake for Father's Day. Unfortunately, this year, the lake's about an hour away. It's in a different county. This year, they were only allowing people from that particular county to come. So, we stayed home. I don't have many photos that I would document with something that said Happy Father's Day. Like even our lake photos, I would document with like a beach collection. So, yeah, if you can cover up those words, it makes those embellishments more useful. So, you saw me cut my banners out. There were strips in the sketch. I just made them banners instead of just strips. With what I had left from this collection, like all I had was that tiny piece of the stripe. It was a sideways stripe, but that straight paper. I made them into banners because it just fit the collection, fit the space better. There, I totally lost my words. So I do a fair bit of fussy cutting. Here's one of the spots. I use 4x6 card to fussy cut that piece on the left-hand side out. But while I'm doing that, I wanted to ask you guys, I was told that YouTube prefers your videos to be over 15 minutes. The longer, the better. They'll show them to more people then. But I was wondering what type of videos you guys like to watch. Leave me a comment below. Do you like short videos, under 15 minutes, under 10 minutes? Do you prefer longer videos, like over 15 minutes, over 20 minutes? Because obviously, we edit, YouTube creators edit their videos. I mean, I suppose not everyone, but for the most part, we edit our videos. And I'm always trying to cut extraneous things down so that, say, you're not watching me fussy cut over and over and over. But if you'd prefer that, I'd be happy to do less editing. So I'd love to hear in the comments what your thoughts are on that. The other thing I wanted to ask while I'm thinking of it, because you can see me making my little embellishment there on the left-hand side, and here's where I'm going to stick that sticker. I wanted to ask you, because coming up is, I'm going to do the title. I actually have more fussy cutting to do before I do that, but I wanted to talk about thickers, or letter stickers in general. Doesn't necessarily need to be any particular brand. What is your thought on I always seem to have the wrong color, or I don't have enough letters in the right color. So tell me how you go about buying your letter stickers. Do you only buy, like Pink Fresh always has matching letters for their collections. Echo Park does not, because their sticker sheet often comes with letters. So tell me how you go about making sure you have the correct color for your layouts, but don't have 8 million sets of thickers. Because I have way more than I think I should have looking at my tote, but I never feel like I have the right ones. Like on this particular layout, my first thought was a white letter sticker because of the gray background. I tried the letters that came with the sticker sheet, but you couldn't see them. And when I get my thickers out in a little while, you'll see I do try several different kinds. And I tried more than I show on the camera. Because again, you don't need to see me hem and haw about my titles. But yeah, like I said, I never feel like I have the right one. So tell me your secrets. Tell me all the secrets, because I'm really trying to get stuff used up before I buy more. Also, when you get down to the end and you're running out of like some of the major S's and T's and L's, how do you go about finding out what words you could create with what you have left? So tell me all the tips on that one. But here I am again, fussy cutting and arranging. I used the paper to make my embellishments mostly, because what was on the sticker sheet was not generic things that I could just put anywhere. There was like a saying that said Dad. There was a banner that said, you're the best. There was a crossword puzzle shirt, which I thought was a little weird. A tie, which, is fine. I understand a tie for a dad page. My husband does not wear ties very often just because of his job. But it was nothing, you know, like to me, a tie was not just something I was going to randomly throw on this page. So I did more fussy cutting than usual. But trying to think, oh, here's where I get out the thickers, I bet. See that whole bucket? There's way too many. I think those were Pink Fresh. Those stars. I wish I could still get those because I rarely pull them out. I have the hearts as well, but I rarely pull them out because I like them so much that I don't want to use them up. And that's always a problem. I'm sure we all have it, of those things you don't want to cut into. So we're almost to the end here, guys. I do need to put on some, the actual title. I end up using my go-to L Studio stickers. And then I'm going to put on some Delusions Black Marble and some Nouveau drops in 3 different colors. But I do put, if anyone is interested, down in the description box, I do put a link to many of the supplies that I use to create my layout, whether they be from my store or from other places. I try to find what I can and link that up for you guys. I do get a small kickback if you order from those. No pressure though, ever. It's more just to, you know, I watch videos and go, oh, I wish I knew where I could find that. So I also put down below where else you can find me. I do try to post, when I post a video, I also try to include a blog post in case you're more inclined to want to pin, you know, maybe that as inspiration. Or just see what else I have going on my Instagram. I share my cups more on Instagram and Facebook than I do scrapbook stuff. So, you know, I'd appreciate if you pop down there and give it a look and give me a follow. Leave me a comment on what your favorite social media platform is. And I managed to get this layout and video done in under a month from my last one. So I'm hoping we can cross our fingers and that I'll be able to do that again, maybe in a shorter amount of time, and get to be with you guys more regularly. I love to show you what I'm up to, and I love to hear what you guys are up to as well. So please, always feel free to interact down below. I love reading what you're working on and what you think of my creations, and get to know each and every one of you guys a little bit better. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. Go over and check out Stretch the Sketch for their challenges and hopefully be inspired by their design team as well. And I'll catch you soon. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.